My dear friends, my dear masters, and my dear gods, I am Divya Nadimpally, joining from Dallas, Texas. First of all, I would like to congratulate Padma Vadlabudi Madam and the entire team of Patriji Meditation Channel on celebrating their first anniversary. Kudos to you all. My dear friends, I'm here to share my spiritual journey as well as a spiritual service I have been doing in USA. Coming to my spiritual journey. My spiritual journey started in the year 2002 when I was a teenager. That was a time I moved away from my parents to join a boarding school away from my hometown for better educational opportunities. And the atmosphere in the school and atmosphere in this home were way different. At school, I used to have many study hours and so many classes in the day, and the day was so busy and so full. And this routine took a toll on me, both physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. I developed many fears and phobias. I lost interest in life. My self esteem was very much decreased. And the whole life doesn't make any sense to me at that time. And I had many negative thoughts, even the suicidal tendency as well. I thought I should end my life by committing a suicide. On that weekend, my mother, Padma Nadimpally, visited me, and who is a meditator herself, and she took me to a meditation class that's happening in the same town where I was studying. This program is a year-end celebration of PSSM Dhyana Mahachakram, organized by Patriji and PSSM Masters. Patriji was on stage. There's a huge crowd, about 30 to 40,000 people, and there was a meditation sessions going on. So I did participate in the meditation session just for 5 to 10 minutes. And within that 5-10 minutes of meditation, I felt so much of changes in my body. I felt the energy flow. That's when I realized, yes, there's something more in this meditation. I need to explore this meditation. Within the same program, I was gifted some of the spiritual books, Seth Speaks, by some of the pyramid masters. I went back to my college with the books. And my mom asked me to meditate about 5 to 10 minutes a day. So as I promised my mom, I used to meditate about 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the night before going to bed. And this meditation and practicing it continuously every day for 2 to 3 months gave so many benefits to me. I started thinking positively about myself. I was able to sleep better. I was able to face my fears of examination with courage, and I was able to better focus in my classes, and my memory power was so sharpened during this phase of my life. And within few months, my grades started going uphill, and I did graduate from my intermediate with flying colors. And that was my turning point in my life, my dear friends. And I never looked back from that point of time. From that day, learning has become so much fun, and life has become so much purposeful and meaningful. The next few years of my life, I came across many spiritual books and attended many events organized by PSSM masters. I also met Patriji several times. I have learned so many different things from Patriji and the PSSM masters. I read so many books around this time. I read Toltec 4 Agreements by Don Michael Ruse, You Can Heal Your Life by Louis L. Hay, You Forever by Loksam Rampa, Ramta, the White Book, and many spiritual books. So whatever I have learned in these books, I used to experiment it and experience all these concepts. Afterwards, I moved to Chennai to pursue my undergraduate, and after that, in 2009, no, 2009, I got married, and my husband name is Kanishka. I moved to USA along with him, and we used to live in Atlanta. I moved during the winter times, so I couldn't do much outdoor, and I stayed most of the time at home. And being in a new relationship took a toll on me. My husband and I were like two opposite poles, didn't get along with each other easily. We used to have constant fights with each other and several arguments every day. And again, I thought, why is my life like this? What is it I want to learn from the situations I have been in? That was the time I got introduced to the concept called soul science. So, soul science says, my dear friends, you as a human being, you as a soul, choose your own life partners, choose your own family members, and choose your own friends in this lifetime. So then I realized, yes, if I have chosen this person as my life partner, then this relationship is meant to be this way. There's something that I need to learn from this relationship. And I used to meditate every day, and I took a 40 days meditation challenge, and that routine really gave me the energy and strength to face the challenges. And slowly, there are so many positive changes within myself. I became a very calm and peaceful person and very friendly person. And the more I changed within myself, I saw so many positive changes with my husband as well. So slowly, slowly, we began to share with each other and we became very good friends. And now we are proud parents of two young boys, Rishi and Agastya. And two statements that from Patriji that inspired me to build my relationships are Samsarame Nirmanam and Sahaname Pragati. Samsara Nirvanam means, my dear friends, you have to attain enlightenment, leading a normal family life. And Sahaname Pragati means patience gives progress. Eventually, as you practice being patient with your own self and with around people around you, you eventually attain progress in your life. So these two statements really, really helped me building good relationships in my life. Later on, I was really hesitant and fearful of motherhood and being pregnant. I have learned from some of the masters that we as a soul can invite babies to be born as our children. Despite of many fears and phobias I had, in one of the meditation, I did invite one of the soul to be my child in this lifetime. Within few months, my dear friends, I did become pregnant, and pregnancy went very well. And during pregnancy, I was working. I was on a H1 visa. I was working full time, as well as pursuing my MBA degree. And I used to travel a lot, long distances for my workplace, about 70 miles a day, going up and down. And this commute took a toll on me. And after fourth month of pregnancy, I decided that I need to find a job closer to my home. So I did utilize the manifestation techniques as taught by PSSM masters and Patriji, and I did manifest a job which is just 5 miles away from my home. So the pregnancy for really well later on. On the 9th month of pregnancy, I had one great experience with my baby in my womb. My husband, myself, and my mom were thinking about potential baby names. We have a big list of names, and Rishi was one of the names we are thinking of. And I was laying in a reclining sofa after having lunch. And I put my finger on my belly and said, "Oh, Rishi is your name." And I have a huge bump in my belly. And that confirmed, yes, that is my name from my baby. But I kept this to myself. I know people would laugh if I shared that with my family. And the next 1 month also progressed really well. And I got labor pains. I was into labor, and all the nurses and the hospital staff felt like angels to me. They were helping me so much. They're taking care of so well, and as if I felt that they are ready to welcome my dear angel, my little baby, into this world. As soon as the baby was born, my husband came to me and said, Divya, shall we name him Rishi? I said, yes, definitely. And that's how we named him as Rishi. So, one of the best experience I had in my life. The next challenge in my life was to find my dream career. I'm a physical therapist by profession. In order to work in USA, I need to give an exam called National Physical Therapy Examination. They have so many fears and phobias about this exam from the Indian students. They said that not every Indian student will pass this exam within the first attempt. You may take 5-6 years to clear this exam. Better you change your career and get into the IT field. And many of my seniors and my fellow physical therapists changed their career just because they couldn't clear this exam. There's so much of notion about this exam. But I thought, maybe that's true for them, may not be true for me. Let me try to give it a shot to clear it in the first attempt. So that's a time I should do affirmations and thought power and intentions. So whenever I had negative thoughts, I used to write them and replace them with a positive thought. Suppose a thought is, Divya, you can't do this. I used to replace it, yes, I can do this. This is very hard for me. No, I has replaced it with, this is easy for me. I'm a good learner. My memory power increases every day, day by day. I can really retain the information I'm learning today. I have very good focus in studying. So some of the affirmations I used. My dear friends, within 4 months of working hard and studying for this exam, and with meditation and the pyramid energy, I was able to clear this exam for the very first attempt. After this, the next challenge I found in my life was finding a dream job. Despite having all the qualifications and the work visa, I couldn't find the job. That's the time I came across a concept called law of giving. My dear friends, law of giving says that if you can give, if you can think beyond yourself and your family members, and when you intend to serve the universe, you receive in multiple times of whatever you give. That's what I wrote an intention saying that if I find this job, I'm going to dedicate certain percent of this my salary to spiritual service. Within a week, my dear friends, I got in my dream location. I went to a job. And law of giving really helped me find my dream job. Since then, whatever I earn, I dedicate, I contribute part of my salary for spiritual service. That was one of the other experience I had finding my dream job. After a few years, in the year 2018, I somehow felt that I need to visit Himalayas. And I was researching online, finding what treks are there to visit Himalayas. I have found a big list of treks, and one trek really caught my attention was Everest Base Camp Trek. So I somehow fixed in my mind that I need to go to this trek. And now the challenge is convincing my family members for me to go to this trek. The first thing I did was I called up my mom and said, Mommy, I want to go to this trek. What would you say? She said, Divya, many people and also me, also myself, we always thought of doing such things, but we never took actions towards them. But now I'm so happy that you're able to take the actions about your own dreams. I'm okay for you to go the trek. So I was very happy having the green signal from her. Next thing I did was call my father-in-law to ask him his opinion. He said, yes, go ahead. If you need any money, any financial support, I'm here to support you. The second signal I had about the trek. Next, I went to my husband to ask him about his opinion. And he looked at me from top to bottom and said, are you really serious about it? I said, yes. And he said, first get fit and let's think about it later. So I changed my routine for this trek. I used to wake up early in the morning around 4 a.m. and used to do meditation and started doing workouts. So I used to run every day about 2 to 4 miles. I joined some fitness level. I also hired a personal trainer to make me fit. I did this routine about 3 to 4 months, and every day I used to recognize so many fears within myself. I had so many fears about what may happen to me if I go to this trek. What if I die there? What if I hurt my feet or my had a fracture during the trek? So every day I would sit up with my fears, try to analyze them, and work with my own inner fears about this trek. And finally, I arranged for my travel and went to Kathmandu, and from there the trek started. So on the first day of the trek, I happened to meet the fellow truckers. They are from different places of the world. I was the only Indian being there, and those people are very experienced hikers. So they have trekked many peaks in the world, and this was the last trek for them in their list. Versus for me, this is my first trek in my life. I had very little experience about hiking and backpacking and what is required for the trek to be that the experience wise. And that day at night, I started comparing myself with the fellow trekkers and thinking that, oh Divya, you're not fit for to do this trek. You're not a marathon runner. You don't have experience, and you don't know what's going to happen during this trek. And that night, I went to sleep with these thoughts. The next day morning, I was contemplating about my own thoughts. The concept that really helped me during this process was Toltec 4 agreements. So be impeccable with your words. Do not take anything personally. So I told myself, don't talk negatively about your own self, right? Do not be impeccable with the words you're talking, the self talk inside of you. And that took me out of the thoughts I had, and I started trekking the first day. I somehow managed going to the trek towards the 10th day. On the 10th day, something different happened. The 10th day is a trek, is the highest point of the trek, and that was going to the Everest base camp. So I was sensing something is going to happen today, but I tried calling my parents and my husband, but during the high altitude on the mountain ranges, I couldn't find signals. And so I left my phone in my accommodation and I went for the trek. So we were all able to made it to the Everest base, and it's a rainy day. My hair got a little wet and I got a little wet while going up to the Everest base. On the way back, suddenly the temperature dropped in the atmosphere to -7 to -10 degrees. So all of a sudden, I felt very cold and very chilled, very cold in my legs and my hands. So slowly, my left leg stopped communicating with me. I was telling it in my head, but it was not listening to me. Slowly, my right head also became numb. I couldn't move at all. I was dragging my foot. I was forcing myself to walk. Soon, within few seconds, I was not able to hold my hiking poles. I could not have a good grip under them, so I threw them off. And I felt that I was collapsing down. I was trying to call for some help, and no one could hear me because I have a very low voice, because even my voice is getting so numb and feeble. And that at that time, my dear friends, I felt I was taking the last breath. Slowly, my eyelids are also drooping. And that moment, I had a strong intention from inside, which is, I'm not going to die here. I have so much to contribute to the world. Patriji and nature, you have to take care of me. And with this intention, I slowly closed my eyes. My tour guides took turns to lift me on their shoulders, running on the narrow valley towards the nearest accommodation. Ran about 1 to 2 hours to take me to the nearest accommodation, and made me lay on a small couch and put me near the hot furnace. And they were trying to make me feel conscious again. Few people are rubbing my feet, few people are rubbing my hands, People are rubbing my forehead, so trying to make me warm. There are some people trying to talk to me, trying to get my attention. And slowly, after 2 3 hours, I regained my consciousness, and I asked them what happened. I I remember a few bits and bits here and there what happened, but I don't really remember what happened during those 3 hours where I was unconscious. And it felt like a rebirth to me. That night, I had a very hot soup and I had a good night's sleep. The second day, the immediate next day after this experience, after this near-death experience, it was the longest day of the trek, and I had to manage walking about 12 to 14 hours that day. I was wondering how is my body going to manage walking that far, a very foreign day. And that morning, before starting the trek, I was massaging my feet and the entire body, saying, thank you, my dear body, thank you, my dear legs, thank you, my dear hands, for giving me such a beautiful experience, because of you which I was able to make to this trek and enjoy all the beauties of the Himalayan mountains. The nature, the waterfalls, the snow mountains, especially the Mount Everest, physically in reality. So I'm so grateful for you, my dear body. With this gratitude message to my body, I started my trek, and my guide said, "Divya, let me carry your backpack. You just manage to walk. I'll help you whatever way I can." So, my dear masters, I took one step at a time, step by step, breath by breath, moment by moment. And that moment, I realized one great thing: the relationship of the body and the mind. The minute I had the thought, my speed of walking is decreased, is slowing down. The moment I cut that thought, my walking speed increased. So I saw how the body and the mind are interrelated, how they communicate to each other. The mind or matter and matter of the mind relationship. This was the first time I ever lived in the present moment in my entire life. Slowly, and the next few days, I somehow managed doing this trek and came back to Kathmandu. And to the end of the trek, I had very great realizations that you have to accept yourself as you are, and you have to accept others as they are. Do not judge anybody. Those are some of the insights I got during this trek. This was the wonderful experience I had. It's one of the greatest things I have ever done in my life. And that this experience made me feel more confident in my life and more confident in the spirituality and the Patriji's teaching I believed in. Now, coming to the spiritual service, my dear friends, I moved to USA in 2009 after getting married, and I moved to Atlanta. My spiritual journey started in 2010, and that was a time, for the very first time, we started teaching meditation online through Skype platform. So that project was called Dhyana Jagat. So we used to have a daily meditation call in the morning 10 a.m. in USA, and many masters across so many different countries used to join, about 9 to 10 different countries: US, UK, Germany, Austria, Belgium. We also have someone from New Zealand and also UAE, that Dubai states, used to join in these meditation sessions. And I was used to be the moderator, the host of the sessions. And we did about 40 days programs, many 40 days programs. We used to have guest speakers from India, from all over the world. And that was my first experience doing spiritual service. And one specific master got really connected to me was N.S. Rao sir from Hyderabad. And he really took so many sessions for us. Later, after him, we had Gandhi Garu. He also took so many sessions. So my spiritual journey, spiritual service started with this program. Later, I actually volunteered many spiritual projects in USA. Some of the projects were Spiritual America, Pyramid Meditation Foundation USA, PSSM USA, and all these platforms. I really evolved doing this spiritual service. There are so many fears that came surfaced while I was doing this spiritual service. And slowly, with the wisdom and Patriji's guidance, I was able to overcome these fears, face my fears, and become a better person. During this course of this spiritual service, I became a better leader, I became a better individual, and better human. And then that's a time I realized that how spiritual journey, spiritual service really helps a human to become a better individual. And in the year 2016, Patriji visited USA when I was in Atlanta. So I had a very great time with him. I had a great opportunity to travel with him to Florida to meet Michael Singer in his ashram, Temple of Universe. And during this travel, I got to interact one to one personally with Patriji. I asked him so many different questions. He answered to me very patiently and cleared so many doubts I had about my own life and spirituality as such. And during the same travel, I got an idea and I shared the same idea with Patriji. Sir, it would be great if we have something like a newsletter to get all the updates of the PSSM masters across the world. He said, yes, great idea, madam. Go ahead and do it. And I asked him for a name. And he took a pause and looked into my eyes and said, Madam, meditation magic. He also told that, so you get in touch with all the masters across the world and collect all the experiences and all the events that have been happening in their respective countries and publish in this newsletter. And send it to me, I will make the corrections. I said, okay, sir. So I started doing this newsletter. It's like a bi-monthly newsletter, and we published about 12 newsletters from the year 2016 to 2018. And 2018, during this process of making this newsletter, I used to be in constant touch with Patriji. He trained me how to do the editing part, how to do the corrections, what are the important messages that in a specific article. And with the conversations I had during this work with him, he really helped me to face my fears. And he told me two statements. Madam, the characteristic of the mind is to be fearful. The characteristic of the soul is to challenge and go ahead and to be courageous. Be courageous, madam. Proceed. This is a statement he told me, and that really made me so impact in my life, even today. Afterwards, in 2018, he came back to USA one more time. I met him in Chicago while we were in Pyramid Conference. And that time I said, sir, these days people are not reading. They are more into YouTube channels and watching videos. Can I change this newsletter to the YouTube format? He said, yes, madam. You can stop this newsletter and start a YouTube channel. And that's how Meditation Magic has become a YouTube channel. And with this YouTube channel, I have been working to collect experiences of so many meditators across the world and publish them as a YouTube videos, just to inspire people and empower everybody to do more and more meditation and to imbibe meditation as a daily practice. And in the year 2001, myself and my fellow meditators in Dallas started having great opportunities from corporates. One of the opportunity we got was to teach meditation in American Airlines corporate office. And when we approached them, they said, do you have any organization in Dallas? What are you? Where are you coming from? What do you teach? Do you have any reviews? Do you have any website? That's when I thought, oh, we don't have anything as such. We don't have anything formal structure in Dallas, in Texas at that point of time. And I again called Patriji and said, this is a situation, sir. Can we start a non-profit organization that will benefit of the future work that we have been doing here? He said, yes, madam. And I asked him for the name. He said, you already have a name, so go with whatever you had. So that's when Meditation Magic has become non-profit organization. So this organization started with the like-minded individuals, myself, Shushma, and Sri Hari Sharma sir. So with three of us being the main caretakers, and we have so many other masters join us to help us to take this mission of Dhyana Jagat, Pyramid Jagat, and Western Jagat forward. And with this platform, we have done so many programs, both virtual and in person. And during the first year, we did many online programs on free conference call platform. Later, we moved to Zoom platform. We had every day morning and evening meditation sessions. We also did collaboration with local holistic organizations. One of the such was Mystic Mandala and Holistic Festival of Life. We did several corporate sessions to Microsoft and American Airlines, General Motors, to many such organizations. And we also collaborate with the like-minded individuals like other non-profit organizations. And we have been doing many great events. And also we did recently a family picnic and family camping. We also run a Toastmasters club called Mindful Masters Toastmasters Club, in which we practice public speaking with the mindfulness as a theme. So with this platform, very great things are happening in Dallas. Now we are ready to take it to the next level of building a mega meditation center in Dallas. So with this, I would like to thank Patriji for inspiring me and empowering me in every walk of my life and guiding me step by step while doing the spiritual service. So forever grateful to Patriji and all the PSS masters across the world for their empowerment and support, and the dedication really inspires me. Thank you so much for this great opportunity for Patriji Meditation Channel. I wish you all the best for the future endeavors.
magic, it's magic, it's meditation magic.
Magic, it's magic, it's meditation magic.
It's magic, it's magic, it's meditation magic. It's magic, it's magic, it's meditation magic.
Magic, it's magic, it's meditation magic.
It's magic, it's magic, it's meditation magic. It's magic, it's magic, it's meditation magic.
Magic, meditation and beauty.
Mahano